As you get older, you find a little bit more from the world about who you are. There were plenty of times where I just wanted to just let it go because I was tired of having that feeling. But when you weigh the options and you don't know what the risks are because you don't know what's going to happen, when you do let that out, in the end, I thought the best decision was just to keep to myself.
TJ, you had a fantastic start to the year in your first outing. If you continue to have starts like that one on your first night, man, you're not long for the next level.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish, and that's the most important thing.
Anybody that meets TJ will tell you that the last thing that they connect him to is baseball. They connect him to just being a great listener, incredibly empathetic, just an overall great person.
I grew up in Picayune, Mississippi. We had a pretty simple life growing up. I grew up with a big family and I knew I was different, just didn't know what exactly it was.
One of the challenging things about being gay is that your support system often is your family, but sometimes the family, when you're gay, can be kind of the most difficult to deal with. So then at that point, who is your support system?
It's not great when you feel like you don't like a part of yourself and you wish that you could change something about you. If you can't love yourself, how are you going to expect the people around you to love you?
And we'll see the return of left-hander TJ House.
I have a lot of good friends from this game, and I really enjoyed being around pretty much everybody in there. But I will say that there are times where people will express that they don't agree with it and they don't want to be around it. And it is hard at times when they're speaking to you, but they do not know that they're speaking to you. You try not to let any emotion out. You try not to let them see anything on your face because then they'll know.
It's devastating, especially because there's nothing I can do about that other than simply, tell him that how great he is. But at the end of the day, that doesn't change what he's feeling at work.
I went home in 2015 and I told my sister first, and I was having trouble telling my mother. So I decided to write her a letter, and I left it on her bed, and she read it, and I just couldn't really tell her. It was very emotional for me, and that's kind of how I did it.
It ultimately turned out that we did have support with our family, but we had to kind of brace ourselves so that we weren't let down.
I really wanted her to understand that she was a good mother. This didn't change anything, and that she still saw me as her son. I spent 9 years with the Cleveland organization and went to Toronto, and it was a kind of a fresh start, I would say, for me. This is when, Ryan was getting to come to more games. We were in Chicago playing the Cubs, and it's the only time I actually have a photo of us together with me in uniform. I'm very proud of that. I wish I could have had more because he deserves to have more too, and I wanted always him to feel seen and heard.
Today's a good day. A day America takes a vital step toward equality.
I was sitting in our living room and they had passed the bill for the Respect for Marriage Act. So I decided to write a post about our engagement and why the Respect for Marriage Act was so meaningful to me and personally impacting us. Love. It's a simple word, one that carries much weight and meaning. Each of us defines love in a different way, but at the core, we all just want to feel the same. Love, you see, it's for everyone. I'm finally healing, and today's like today are what helps me to continue to grow into the person I've been all along, one I've locked up for 20 plus years. Today, I am loved.
The crazy part about it was he didn't, give me any heads up that he was posting. I think he just got so overwhelmed with emotion seeing the bill being signed. I think he posted a status straight from the heart, and it's very emotional. I was reading it and I was like, this is incredible.
And I never could have imagined the I guess, shockwave it sent in a media standpoint. I just, really wanted to tell the people closest to me that we were engaged that had not known, and it just kind of took off from there.
After the post, the White House reached out to TJ.
Who turns down that phone call? So I ended up getting a call a few hours later, and they were going to be signing the Respect for Marriage Act the following day.
Naturally, you're going to say yes to an opportunity like that. And, we went, and it was such a humbling experience. You meet the people that were pillars to the actual movement, and you're just so humbled. And, starting in like the 70s, and you meet these individuals and they tell their story. It's like, I want to be more like them.
I am proud that I was able to survive everything that I've been through. I'm proud that I have a partner who has done nothing but uplift me and support me. I'm proud to have played Major League Baseball. I'm proud of my family and my friends. I'm proud of the life that we've built together.
The fact that so many people did reach out that were a part of his past and really kind of asked what could they have done better and how could they have been more supportive, it just kind of helps you to understand that, you had that support all along, whether or not you realized it.
You build this idea in your brain that people are going to react a certain way. When you finally see the love that is poured into you that you kind of wanted all along, it's just a blessing, really.